Alright everybody, so as you can tell, the washer, its action is not very smooth to start out with. There's a couple spots it gets caught. You can see right there, it'll get completely caught. And so what we're going to do is just hit a couple spots with some sandpaper and polish them up and hopefully get that action to be really smooth and really easy to use. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start out sanding is these side rails that the bulk carrier runs along, and then there's a secondary rail on the inside that you're going to want to do the same thing to. I'm not really going to show how to break everything down. We already have a video on breaking down the AK completely, including taking out the trigger, so I'll just put that in as an annotation. Okay, so all we're going to do is run across these and just sand them up a little bit. We're not want to take a lot of material off, just get them nice and polished out. You're going to see the finish come off. Okay. And then get down inside of it with a corner piece like so. Alright, and then this right here is emery cloth. This will smooth it out a little bit more, take off less material. So let's transition into using it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Real quick while we got it in the vise and we're here, another way to kind of improve the just ease of use is to mess with the safety a little bit. If you bend it out a little bit like this, and then just take your emery cloth and just polish up there's a bead on it, you won't be able to see it in the video, and just polish that down a little bit. It'll make your factory safety a lot easier to manipulate. You don't want to take hardly anything off of it, just polish it up a little bit. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is right here where the bolt and the bulk carrier, right at the bottom here, they run across the face of the hammer. So what we're going to do here is I don't want to take any material off of these, so I'm just going to use my Dremel and a little bit of a polishing paste and go ahead and give them a good polishing, make them nice and smooth so they run over there easily. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, and the same thing goes for the top of the bulk carrier. This right here and this, actually the dust cover makes contact with those, so we're just going to go ahead and polish those up too, not taking any material off. Just if any surface you can polish is going to make it run smoother. So. Okay, there we go. So like I said, this part is really nothing much, but it does actually make up a little bit of a difference, so we can do it anyway. Okay, and since the bulk carrier makes contact with the dust cover, we're going to go ahead and kind of smooth out this edge, take a little bit off of it with some sandpaper, and then hit it again with the emery cloth. Yeah, that should be good. You can see a difference, maybe not on the camera, but... Okay, so we removed the trigger, and as you can see right here, this is where the bolt and the bulk carrier actually run across the trigger. And what we want to do is just kind of smooth out these edges right here that you see, but you don't want to take anything off of the face of the hammer. So I'm just going to use some emery cloth and then polish it up real good and try to get those corners a little less, and that's where the majority of the friction is coming from. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with some polishing and you can go ahead and polish the face of it. That's fine, just that you don't want to take any material off of it. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so we got it all back together, and as you can see, the action is a lot smoother. I can get it stuck there if I try, but aside from that, just racking it, it's not possible. And so that should be it. Thanks for watching.